What is up, everybody? It's Nintendo Gaming here, and welcome back to some more Pokemon Showdown Live Laddering. We are back with some more UU Laddering here, and today's team is looking a little wild, I know. This is a random team that I built. Let me see if I can show it off here. Right here. So this is what we're working with. Again, a random team that I built. I have no idea what I was attempting to do with this team, but it is a random team that we're gonna go ahead and hop in. I want to get right into things because I'm excited to use this team. I've used it a little bit, once or twice. I've used it, not very successful with it, but I do want to go ahead and attempt at using it. We do have a Scarfed Moxie Krook here, one of my favorite sets, honestly. I love Scarfed Moxie Krook. It is one of the best. Then we do have a lead Shuckle and a lead Zelf. Shuckle does have the sticky webs, and Zelf does have the stealth rocks. I'm going to go ahead and lead with a Zelf so that I can get my rocks up and then go ahead and explode on anything I want. And that's how I want to start this game. Like I said, we do also have the Shuckle here with sticky web, toxic infestation. We also have the Encore, and then a pretty standard lead Zelf. So he's gonna lead off with his Blissey. I'm pretty sure a Thunder Wave is coming, and if that's the case, we could go into Krook. We definitely could go into Crocodile. But I think I want to go ahead and go for the safe play and go for our rocks. We are gonna see an Ice Beam. Okay, so I'm glad I stayed in now. I would not want Krook taking an Ice Beam. So now we can pretty well, I guess we can go for the Psychic. It is a stab, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Explosion. If he does go into the Sableye, that will be a problem. If he really does think that, I'm gonna go for the Explosion. He is gonna go into the Sableye. Like I thought, I should have gone for the Flamethrower, but it's over now. I should have gone for the Flamethrower or gone into I guess I don't know who I could have gone into now that I think about it. But I think going out into our Blastoise Donnie here is the safest play. I don't want to go into Krook. I'm not going to risk a Willow. I don't want to go into a Doublade and risk a Willow. So I think Blastoise should be able to take a hit from this thing. We are, of course, going to go for the Mega, and I think we're going to go for the Dark Pulse. He's going to fear that going into the Blissey. I can go with the R-Sphere next turn, but I want to see that doesn't do a whole lot. So now we can click R-Sphere. I think, yeah, we can go for the R-Sphere. That's gonna do a decent amount. We do get a crit. He's gonna get up his rocks. That's fine. I could go for the Rapid Spin. If I really think that he's gonna go into the Sableye, let's go ahead and go for the Scald. I should have clicked Dark Pulse, but I figured Scald will do a little bit more since it is stab after all. So I can go for it again. He's gonna go for the recover. That's fine. I really want to see a burn. Can we get a burn? We don't. I'm gonna go for the Dark Pulse now. He's gonna go back onto the Blissey. That's fine. I'm gonna go for the Scald again. I should have kept going for the Scald, but it is what it is now. So we're gonna go for the Scald. That's not gonna be enough, but we do get the burn, and it's gonna go for the Soft Boil. I really need to get rid of the Sableye before I can freely Rapid Spin. But right now, I don't think my opponent can really force Blastoise out. So I think I'm okay here. I can keep up the rocks for now. I really don't want him to get free switch into Sableye, so that's why I'm not going for R-Sphere. I really don't want him to get a free Sableye switch. He does go into the Chestnut. Now that's a problem. That can force us out. That is going to force us out. But I wonder if I would love to get into the Rotom. The rocks are really killing me. I should have gone for the Rapid Spin a while ago, but let's go ahead and go for the Rotom. He does go for the Leech Seed. That's fine by me. And we don't really need Rotom. I guess we could go for the Volt Switch. And I don't want to go for the Willow on the off chance that he goes for the Moltres, so I'm going to go for the Volt Switch here. He might go into the Moltres. He goes for the spiky shield. He goes for the spiky shield. So I think I'm gonna go for Willow. I'm gonna go for the Willow. I really want to get off any sort of damage that I can on any of his mons. So he goes out into the Blissey. That's fine. Willow won't do a whole lot because he can freely get rid of it. But we are going to Volt Switch up out of here. We're going to get out of here. And then I guess we could go back out into Blastoise is what I'm thinking. Let's go ahead and go back out into Donnie here. And what I'm going to do is, I'm pretty sure he might predict the Sableye. I'm going to go for the Scald, safest play, and see what he's going to do. If he does stay in, next turn I'll go ahead. Okay, so he goes on to the Chestnut. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Rapid Spin. I hate risking my Blastoise like this. But if he thinks that Rotom might come back in, I don't think he'd go for something too offensive. So I am going to get rid of the rocks. He's going to go for the Leech Seed. That's fine. Now I can go back out into Rotom. I really needed to get rid of those rocks because Rotom is suffering a lot with those rocks. Plus I don't like having them on there. So I think I'm going to go for Thunderbolt. It is our strongest play. It's not going to do a whole lot to the Blissey. We do get the Para. We do get the Para. That's fine. That's great. That's great. Again, he can freely get rid of the Para, but having it will help out a little bit. So now I can go ahead and Volt Switch up out, and go back into the Blastoise, and then go for the Artisphere. He might go into the Chestnut. If so, that's fine. He does get up his rocks. That sucks. Does not kill. Why are you not? Please. I am going to go for the Rapid Spin to get rid of them. It is what it is right now. I really want this thing gone, though. Seismic Toss. I guess we could... I really wanted to set up with the Doublade. We do have the Swords Dance Sacred Sword combo, but I don't know. I really don't want to... I fear the Sableye. I fear the Sableye. So I think pretty soon we are going to lose our Blastoise. I really don't want to, but I think we're going to. Let's see. Seismic Toss is this. Okay, yeah, we have to go for the Rapid Spin. He can freely get up rocks right here. Go with the Seismic Toss. So now what I want to do is go ahead and go into the Falchion. Let me know if anyone gets this reference. I'm going to go for the Sword Stance. He might predict that and go... he goes on to the I was going to say, he might predict a Secret Sword and go on to Sableye. If that's the case, we still have our +2. And we can go for a Sacred Sword or a Shadow Sneak. However, now that he's in the Steelix here, an EQ is going to take us out easy. So I'm not even going to risk it. I'm not even going to go for the Shadow Sneak. It's not going to do a whole lot at +2. So I'm not even going to risk it. He goes for the Dragon Tail. Never mind. I take that back. Take that back. I really don't want to take an EQ. I really don't want to take an EQ. There it is. And I guess we can go for the Willow. I'm pretty sure that's an easy move to predict, but at this point, I'm doing what I can. So let's get off a burn on the Blissey. And now go for the Thunderbolt. Go for the Thunderbolt. This Blissey is terrible. This Blissey is terrible. Gets up rocks. That sucks, but there's not a whole lot that we can do. So now we get rid of the Blissey. So the biggest, bulkiest mon is gone. Now all we have to really worry about is the Steelix from running Rampage. And let me go fire off a Thunderbolt on this thing. It's going to go for the Recover. Thunderbolt will do a decent amount. I'm not going to lie. I want a Para really badly. Even if he does have Prankster, I would like a Para. I would definitely like the Para. So it goes for the Taunt. That's not going to hurt us because we're not going to go for the Willow. We're not going for the Willow. I want crits. I want Para. We do get the Para. So now let's see if we can get some crits here and take out the Sableye. And then we should be looking somewhat good. Again, I do want to go ahead and get a Willow off on the Steelix. But between the Sableye taunting us and then the Moltres who would eat that up, it's not looking so good. It's not looking too good. So, gonna keep Thunderbolting. I don't like doing this whole stall thing, but there's not a whole lot else that we can do. I guess let's do this. Let me full switch out. He goes for the recover. So let me get out of here and then go into our shuckle. I guess what I could do is go ahead and go for the infestation. So at least we do something to this thing. He's gonna go for the taunt. That's fine. We can still go for the infestation. So we still get that off. So at least he'll be losing a little bit of health here. And I guess we can go back out into Oven and keep on Thunderbolting. That's all we can do. I think we might have to sacrifice Oven, even though we really need him for the Steelix. But at this point, there's not a whole lot we can do. So far we've seen Knockoff, Taunt. What else have we seen? Recover, Taunt, Knockoff. I'm pretty sure he's pecking the Willow. I'm pretty sure he's pecking the Willow. I want to bait the Willow. I want to bait it. I want to see. Because if he doesn't, Crocodile is free to go. He does have the Willow. Okay. That was kind of I expect every Sableye to have it, but oh my gosh. So he does get the para. That's great. That is great. So now, see, there's not a whole lot that we can do. I guess we can encore him into it. So now he's encored into Willow. I guess that still kind of sucks for us. I shouldn't have done that. But I am going to go ahead and get up webs while we can. This is, because of the Sableye, I think we lose this. Because there's now a whole lot that I can do at this point. Let's fire off, I guess let's fire off an infestation. We're going down to an EQ here, but goes for the heavy slam. That's fine. So we can go out into this. Now we are, okay, we gotta keep this in mind. We are Scarfed. I could go for the EQ and take out the Steelix, but he does have the Moltres in the back. I could go for Knockoff, but it's not going to do a whole lot to the Steelix. We could go for the Superpower, but it's not going to affect the Sableye. We could go for the Pursuit, but it's not going to do a whole lot in general. If he really is going to predict the Moltres, I'm going to go ahead and click EQ. He hasn't gone into the Moltres yet. But again, I don't think he's really predicted anything for it. I'm gonna go click it. He's gonna go into the Moltres. He goes on to, okay, never mind. He goes on to Chestnut. So we are gonna be able to do something with Chestnut. I know it's not gonna do anything at all, but still, I'd rather have this out than the Moltres, because now we can go into Falchion, our Doublade here, and I guess we can go ahead and click Swords Dance. Well, let me go ahead and click Iron Head, I guess. I just can go into the Moltres here. Okay. I don't know what he's gonna do. Let me go into Krook. I'm very glad that I got up the web, or not the webs, the rocks, because now Moltres is looking a little better to handle, but still, Flamethrower took us out. We lose. Flamethrower takes us out. Flamethrower takes us out. So we are going to lose all of that. After all that stalling, after all that, we do take the loss. Oh, I really do not like stall. Alright, so on this team, the biggest threat I see is Fortress. We really, I wish I had I've been debating whether or not I should put Overheat on this Rotom instead of Pain Split. I think that I should have, but I don't know. We are going to go ahead and lead with the Zelf. At least we can get up our rocks. I don't think he has anyone that can Rapid Spin rocks away or defog, so we should be looking pretty good there. He does lead off with the Houndoom, though. We can get our rocks up. We can take one Dark Pulse because we are Focus Sash. So, we should be able to take one hit from this thing. Never mind, he's going to go for the Nasty Plot. What? Okay, that's not going to... I mean, we're still going to live this hit, so we can live this Flamethrower and then be able to get off an Explosion. That will do a very decent amount. And then, we can go out into Krook, and I guess we could go for the superpower if he predicts an EQ and goes on to the crest. There's really no point, now that I think about it. There's really no reason for him to go onto the crest, because the Houndoom dies anyways to any hit, plus return and rocks that should take him out. In the options, I'm just gonna go for the knockoff. He's gonna go for the suck punch. We do resist that, so we are gonna get off a knockoff, get up our Moxie. We are Scarfed Moxie, so we might see Crocodile take the win home for this team. We handled the Cloister and the crest. I believe we pretty much handled the Porygon. The only real problem is the Fortress is still there and the Slurpuff. So he does go out into the Porygon. Gonna click knockoff all day, every day. Gonna click knockoff all day, every day. All day, every day. I love Scarfed Moxie Krook. It is the best. It is the best. So yeah, we can freely click knockoff on everything except for the Slurpuff. The Slurpuff and the Fortress, but let's see, we're at +2. This is stab. This is +2. This is a Crocodile. Still not gonna be enough. We're gonna get rid of the Citrus. He's gonna go for the Play Rough and take us out. Okay, so our plans have been foiled by Slurpuff. Our plans have been foiled, but we still did. I don't know. I love Scarf Moxie Krook, so I'm glad that we got to use it. But he's gonna go for the Thief and steal our Eviolite. You fool. You fiend. Why would you do such a thing? But Slurpuff we can take out. Now we need to. There's the Fortress. We are gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go for the Sacred Sword. He's gonna get up rocks. I am gonna go ahead and set up. I should have done this from the beginning. Instead of going for the Sacred Sword, I should have gone for this. But he's gonna go for the Rapid Spin. Not gonna affect us, so we are looking pretty crispy there. But if I can set up with the Doublade here, we might be able to make a comeback. We might be able to make a comeback. We might be able to sweep the rest of this team. And get our revenge from the Crocodile. And remember all that he did for this team. We are going to be able to knock out this, what do you call it, this crust here. We are going to live that side shock easily. So yeah, I think we click Shell Sneak for the crest, and then Iron Head for the Cresselia, and then we can Secret Sword this Fortress here. So let's do exactly that. He's going to go for the Giga Drain. That's not going to do anything. That's pathetic. I guess we can go for the one more Sword Stance, since this Fortress can't hit us at all. I suppose we could go for one more Sword Stance. It won't hurt. It won't hurt. But yeah, I really should put Overheat on this Rotom, but it's alright. It's alright. We're looking good with how we are. So hopefully we can go ahead and get rid of this Fortress. There we go. That's what I like to see. Dead Fortresses. So now we have the Cloister. We can go ahead and click Iron Head. Or I guess we could click. Yeah, let's go ahead and go for the Sacred Sword. We really should, now that I think about it, go for the Shadow Sneak. But nah, we live Dark Blessed. We live anything from this thing, so we are okay. And with that, you guys, that is going to be the second game. This is, I believe, the third game. We're going to go ahead and do this one more game and see if we can pick up another W. And on this team, I see the Kane. Do you see him? The Empoleon is here. We do see some really interesting Pokemon. Haxorus, Empoleon, Sceptile, Heracross, Cloister, and Chandler. Oh boy, I would like to get up my rocks. We're probably gonna see. We're not gonna see an Empoleon lead. We're not going to see an Empoleon lead. Now I do want to go straight for the Flamethrower with this one, because if he sets up, we do get the burn. That's amazing. This is not. This is a Toxic Spikes Cloister. What on earth? What? What? Toxic Spikes. Okay. I thought this was gonna start setting up all over my face, but I guess not. I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Explosion since we don't need a Zelf anymore. And then we can go ahead and take out this Cloister. I have no idea why this Cloister has Toxic Spikes, but I guess it's a lead Cloister, so okay, I'll let it be. But I really don't want anyone to get poisoned here. I'll go into our Rotom because we can Volt Yeah, we can Volt Switch out from anyone. It's the Empoleon. That's a little different. That is a little different. I'm gonna go for the Volt Switch. I'm gonna get out of here as soon as possible. That's a crit. Oh my gosh, Empoleon. This Empoleon is not especially defensive at all. Well, I guess that was a crit. So I guess that's why. I don't know why I went to this thing. But I do want to get up my webs. For the Septom, the Hexers. So I figured now would be a decent opportunity to go ahead and do so. But other than that, I don't know why I went into Shuckle. It's gonna go for the Flash Cannon. We are going to live. We are gonna get up our webs now. I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Encore. Well, no, it's not gonna do anything. Yeah, let's go for the Encore. He's gonna go for the Waterfall, so we see a mixed Empoleon here. Not bad. Not bad. I can go back onto the Rotom and go for the Volt Switch to knock out this Empoleon. And I guess now we could go out into our Doublade here and see what he wants to do. The only thing I fear is the Channeler, and we handled that pretty well with the Blastoise and the Rotom, so we should be okay. He might have the Energy Ball or something, but we should be okay. I'm gonna go right into Rotom now that I think about it. I'm gonna go into Rotom. He's gonna go for the Flamethrower. We are gonna take that. And I am going to go ahead and Thunderbolt. I'm going to fire off the Thunderbolt. That should do a decent amount of damage, right? Right? I think that'll do a decent amount. But yeah, this thing can't really hurt us too much. I mean, it can go for the Shadow Ball, but we eat that up. So we can go for one more Shadow Ball, or one more Thunderbolt. And then we will live a Shadow Ball. And then we can go ahead and Volt Switch out and knock out that thing. And then we can freely, well, we can't freely go into the Blastoise because we do have the Sceptile, but I guess we could go back out into our Doublade. But he's gonna live with 2. I don't like seeing that. That should have just killed. But we are gonna Volt Switch out, killing this Chandler, and then, yeah, like I said, we can go on to Falchion, the Doublade, and we can pretty much, except for the Hexers, unless that carries EQ. Most do. That's the only thing I really fear. That's the only thing I really gotta watch out for. I think we're looking okay though. So he does go into the Hexers. I'm gonna go into the Rotom. I hope he doesn't go for the. If he goes for D-Dance, it's over. I think it's over. I really do think it's over. He's going to go for the EQ. Great. So now I can go ahead, and even though he's probably gonna kill us with something, with a Dragon Claw, I can get off a Willow. He's probably Lum. I don't know. Let's go for the Willow. I know a lot of Hexuses are Lum, but we can go for the Willow. Please don't be Lum. He's not. Perfect. Okay, this helps out a lot. If he goes for another Poison Jab, I could. Well, we don't really need this thing. I'm gonna click Thunderbolt. I was gonna say we could predict then go into the Doublade, but honestly, yeah, we could have gone into Doublade, but it's whatever. It is whatever. So now I can go into this Blastoise. I'm gonna go ahead and Mega. I do want to go for the Rapid Spin. I want to get rid of the Toxic Spikes because I don't want Crocodile taking any sort of poison. So he's gonna go for the Poison Jab. We do live that, and we do get rid of the rocks. So now we can go ahead and click Scald. That's our best play, I think. And we're looking mighty fine. Now the only thing Blastoise can touch is the Sceptile, but we do have the Doublade for that, so we should be okay there. I really wish I still had my Rotom for the Heracross and the Sceptile, but I think we'll be okay without him. So let's see. We do have our rocks and webs up, which helps out a lot, and we do see this Sceptile. So now we could go on to our Doublade. Doublade should be able to take a hit from this thing. And then I guess we could attempt to set up some sort of stances. So he's gonna Mega, no surprise. He's gonna go for the Leaf Blade. We do resist that. So I think we pretty much resist everything from this thing. I'm gonna go for the Sword Stance. Except for no, we're immune to that. I was gonna say the only thing is Focus Blast, but we're immune to that. He does pack the EQ. I take that back. He does pack the EQ. I guess we could go for a Sacred Sword. He's gonna go for the Crunch. Mixed Sceptile. pretty interesting, but Sacred Sword does stick it out, and then we do have the hair cross to work with. We can go. I don't know what this thing has. I'm gonna go for the Shadow Sneak since it is priority, and we can at least do something to the hair cross, even though he is -1 speed. I guess we could. Nah, I'm safe going for the Shadow Sneak. I'm safe going for the Shadow Sneak. Doing what we can. He's gonna go for the EQ. We do live. We live that. Perfect. So now we can go for another Shadow Sneak. And that should be enough to kill. That should be enough to kill, as it does. So that's gonna be our third game. That's going to be the end of this UU Live Laddering. If you guys did enjoy, please don't forget to drop a thumbs up. That would be greatly appreciated, and it would mean the world to me. Also, peep the Twitter for updates on YouTube, IRL stuff. Plus, I'm putting up polls. At the end of this week, I'll be putting up a poll asking you guys what tier you'd like to see on this series next. So make sure that you guys follow me on Twitter so that you can cast your votes on next week's tier that we decide to dive into. But with that, you guys, that is going to be the end of this video. Thank you again for watching. I'm NicktendoGaming, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.